What's up guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Darren. We're in the steel city of Sheffield today and we're talking 5 tips for top time lapses. So let's jump straight into it. My tip number 1 would be go manual on all your camera settings. That includes your focus, your f-stop, your shutter speed, your exposure. Because you're filming your time lapses over a period of time, the conditions and the lighting might change. So this way you're in full control of your time lapse. My tip number 2 is use images and not video. Now I know some filmmakers do that, they'll leave the camera running for a set period of time and just speed it up and edit, which is fine, but I don't think you get the real production value you do as if you use images this way. And also images have a bigger resolution, so if you've not quite framed things up right, or it's not level, or you want to add a bit of depth like zooms in and zooms out to your time lapses, using images is the best way to do that. My tip number 3 is use a low shutter speed. Now what really makes a time lapse stand out for me is when the motion in the time lapse is really blurry, really gives it that feel of movement, and to do that you need to drop your shutter speed way down. And if you do, chances are your image is going to be overexposed and too bright, so you're going to have to set my tip number 4, which is use an ND filter. And what that is something you put over the lens, and basically it darkens the image and allows you to control the amount of light that goes into your camera. So therefore you can put it on a lower shutter speed and the ND filter will correct it and it'll create the right amount of exposure for your shot. Tip number 5 is do the maths. So video is 24 frames per second, and what that means is 24 still images make up 1 second of video. So if you know you need a 10-second time lapse, you're going to need 240 frames to make that 10-second time lapse. The next thing you need to consider is the interval in between each one of those frames. So if you're filming something slow moving like clouds, to actually show movement in the time lapse, you're going to have a bigger gap in between each one of those frames. If you're filming something fast like people moving or traffic, then the movement's going to be a lot more in between each frame, so consider a shorter interval, maybe 1 or 2 seconds. That way you can show real movement during the course of your time lapse. That just about wraps things up here in Sheffield. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching the video and picked up some tips that you can start using in your videos. If you have, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well, because I'm going to be doing more tip videos like this, and if you do, we'll see you on the next one.